Hi, I have never gone live before. Maybe not never. Maybe like legitimately years ago when I was in high school, middle school. I have no idea how this works. We will kind of learn as we go. Right now I see that nobody's on here. But that's okay. Even if all this is just an experiment for me, myself, and I, that works too. Um I will see if we end up putting this on the internet slash publishing it, but if we do, welcome. Awesome. I'm glad you're here. If y'all have not seen my face before, I'm Madison. I've been making horsey content on here for ages, it feels like, and I am now a PhD student, which is crazy because I've been doing this since eighth grade, I want to say. Um, my little corner of the internet has been the same little community for a while, and I'm hoping to meet more and reconnect with y'all more. And I thought today would be a great time to do that. Um, Pardon me right now. I am currently packing. This week has just been absolutely nuts. Let's see here. Like I said, I'm a grad student. I do research. Um, Research doesn't pay very much, and grad school doesn't pay very much. I'm very fortunate that grad school is free. I'm on a fellowship, so I don't pay for grad school, and I do get a little stipend. Hi, someone's here. How exciting. Hello. I've never gone live maybe like 8 years ago. It's been a minute. But I was just talking about what I'm doing for the future viewers of this video. Um, but I am very excited to be moving apartments. I am moving literally tomorrow, and I'm currently in the middle of nannying. So um, I am taking down decorations and trying to clean out my room because I've got movers coming um, in not too long, which is insane. Movers are so expensive. But I just really wanted to rip the band-aid off with moving and getting out of here and just starting the next new chapter of my life. So I thought we could hack together and just, yeah, make this a little bit more enjoyable. For me, would be chatting with y'all. So Um, I'm not moving far. I don't really want to say exactly where I'm moving. Of course, for privacy reasons, I would never share the address and whatnot. But for other more personal reasons, I don't want to share like how close I'm moving, etc. Hi, how is you and the pony? Oh my goodness, Penelope's amazing. Um, we have been gearing up for a very exciting and big summer. Let's see. We got our final qualifying score for nationals, so for AECs, a few weeks ago, which was like my biggest goal for the summer. And that was, yeah, like I said, that was my biggest goal for the summer, was to qualify for AECs, which we did at novice. I haven't qualified since 2018, when Penelope and I went to AECs at the Quarter Horse Park at beginner novice. So um, so qualifying was such a big goal, especially at novice. I feel like it just gets so much more competitive. And then we're also running the novice 3-day at Rebecca Farm in a few weeks, which, that's crazy to say that it's legitimately in 4 weeks. We've never done a long format, and we decided to go for it. I am really nervous to do the long format. It's just such a big fitness test and a big fitness ask for just a horse in general, let alone a small Welsh pony, who was by no means bred to run long distances or have that kind of endurance. So we've got a lot of work to do, but we qualified for it. She's proven to us this year that she is in incredible shape. Yeah, she is so fit and agility with herself and the right she has for you. Yes, she does. Holy cow. She like jumps me out of the tack. She came home after Archer, which is probably the most physically demanding cross country course in our area. We won that show and finished on our dressage score. But she came home from that show with so much like gas left in the tank at the end of cross country, which was really encouraging for us to get ready for the novice 3-day. If you don't know what a 3-day is, you do steeplechase and roads and tracks in addition to your cross country course. So, like I said, it's just like such a big fitness ask, but I'm very excited. Let's see, what else do we have? I love ponies more than horses. Honestly, their body and face, they're cute. That Oh, yes, I totally agree. I am like such a pony girl at heart. I feel like especially pony mares have so much personality. They really are just I don't know. They'll tell you what they're thinking. They'll tell you if they're loving their job. They'll tell you if they're not. Um, they give 150% every single time. Like Penelope shows up for me every single day, and she's a different horse every single day, which I know isn't necessarily the ride that some people are looking for when they're buying a horse, but I feel like her being a different horse every single day has done nothing but just teach me to be a more patient rider and be adaptable. And that's like all you can really ask, especially as a growing and learning equestrian. I don't want a horse that's going to be the same horse every day because that doesn't teach me how to be versatile. So, um, what else do we have going on this summer? Let's see. So we are doing the Mile High Horse Trials, which if you know Colorado or the area or anything at all, this is the first time ever that Mile High is running horse trials, so it'll be a little bit interesting to see how their course rides and what they do with it. But we're sort of using it just as a fitness, conditioning ride. Get out one last time before we go up to Montana. Mares are more careful. Yeah, yeah. I feel like mares just have so much personality. Like careful can be a good thing or a bad thing. Oh, super cool. Yeah, there's a lot of Mustangs out in Colorado. There's a few trainers specifically, like, I don't know if you know who Kayla Stone is, but she does a lot with the Retired Mustang program. Um, Mustang Makeover Project, I forget what it's called, but she is incredible. She does a lot of work with, safely getting horses off of BLM land and rehabbing them so they don't end up in kill pens, which is great. So I have never worked with her, but I've heard incredible things about her if you're ever interested in riding any Mustangs or getting into that out here. Yeah. Let's see. But let's see. What else is going on? How are y'all doing? I feel like this is so crazy to me. Like, I have not done this in so long. For those of you that are watching right now, how long have you been following P and I? Because I feel like I have some of you that keep, I'll get comments saying that you've like been watching my videos since I was like 15, which is crazy because I turn 23 in 2 weeks. Like, I've had this channel for so long, which is so cool and so wild. And I read my name Puzzle. He thinks he's a stud. Like Ken and Barbie. Yeah, I some days I really feel like Penelope is just like this little sweet princess pony, and then other days she reminds me that she is in fact a mare that would someday like a baby and has every intention of finding a stud, which that's just human nature. It's just nature at its finest how that works. But kind of funny. She is a princess and knows it. Yes, she is. Like, I feel like the older she gets, which it's crazy that she's 13 now because I've had her since she was 5. But just like the older that she gets, the more entitled I feel like she gets. Like, don't touch me here. I'm gonna spook at that or whatever. Either way, okay, I have to go in like 45 minutes, but the room is slowly looking more put together. At this point, I'm just trying to throw all my shit in a bag. Like, that's really all I could ask for right now. Is just putting all my stuff in a place for easy transport eventually. But where are you from? I'm from Colorado. I've never lived anywhere else. I think most of my viewers are from the States, but I also know how much I enjoy watching content from Europe especially, and just how big the equine community is. Ooh, I'm from California. Super cool. Someday I'd love to go ride in California, but the time has not come. I feel like in the summer there's not much need for me to get out there to ride, just because, I mean, we've just got plenty of shows here. It's a long haul and the heat, but we'll see. Maybe someday I'll get out there. I'm about to be 20 on August 3rd. Oh, cool! So we are like not that far apart in age then. That rocks. Let's see. I don't know if you can tell, but I've got this like bruise / black eye going on my face. Penelope smashed me in the face with her head 2 days ago when I was putting the reins on over her head, and it was a total accident. I think she just spooked at something. But yeah, that was not necessarily ideal, but I'm glad it's not worse. Also, thank you for putting up with me trying to pack and be on the go and on the move with all this. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, a horse head is like 90 pounds. I'm just so grateful and fortunate that this isn't worse, because this like black eye could have been really bad. What type of riding do you do? Oh, cool. I really wish I had more time to just go on a chill ride. I feel like I get so caught up in competition training and like all this stuff that I never just like take a step back to stop and smell the roses. Oh, that's super cool. Yeah, endurance is awesome. I have never really done any endurance work, but oh dang, and bareback. I am kind of a wimp when it comes to bareback, not gonna lie. I feel like that probably says a lot about my strength. Balance clearly is not like my biggest strength, but that's okay. Packing textbooks. Yay! Let's see. What else can we talk about? I feel like all I know how to talk about is horses in school. And I'm kind of sick of talking about school all the time, because I'd like to think there's more to me than just textbooks and that sort of thing. Yeah, I guess like I mentioned earlier, I do some like nannying and whatnot, which that's kind of cool. I don't know. I feel like I don't even know what to call it. I like mainly help out a family who's like pretty much all high schoolers, and their parents just travel a lot. And so I'm currently in the middle of nannying, and the kids are at the movie theater right now, and so I'm just hanging out at my place trying to get some things packed and in boxes and bags before I go pick them up from the movie theater later. Hopefully I'll have time to ride Penelope today or tomorrow, but I try to ride her 5 to 6 days a week. But so much has happened in the last week. Like, I toured the apartment that I'm moving into last Friday. I signed the welcome letter and gave them my deposit yesterday. They're supposed to send me the lease by the end of the day, and then I move in tomorrow. Like, it's all just been so fast, so much so fast. And if you have to go through the moving process, I'm so sorry. I do not wish it upon anybody. It's just stressful and it's a lot, but I think it needs to happen for my mental health. So, oh, what else? I have a lot of plants, which you may have known that. I don't know. I feel like I don't really talk about my plant hobbies all that much. Trying to pack my weight set. Oh, yeah. Let's see. What else can we talk about? I didn't really this was like the most impromptu video or anything I've ever done. Like I could go look back through old Q&A stuff from like years ago. I think one thing that I've been like that's been on my mind a lot lately is just sort of my next steps with Penelope and what I think our future looks like because quite honestly, I really have no idea where I see her and I going, which makes me kind of sad, but at the same time, like it's almost relieving. I don't know. I love her. She will never go anywhere. She will be mine forever, but also I want to make sure horses sync up heartbeats with the herd. Oh, that's really cool. She will be mine forever. She's not going anywhere. Don't worry. But I do want to make sure that like I've got her best interest in mind when it comes to just like what her future looks like. I'd rather her have 10 years at intro or beginner novice than 3 more years at novice and a few years of training or something like that. So I'm not quite sure, like I said, what our future holds, but time will tell. And that's like really all I can do right now, all I can ask for right now. Oh my goodness. My apartment is like an absolute disaster. At this point, I'm just sort of in the mood to throw everything in a bag and live with it. I've only moved apartments a few times, and it never gets easier. It never gets more fun. I dread it just as much as I always have. I don't even know where my riding clothes are. Yeah, I totally agree. I feel like Penelope and I are very loyal to each other. She is, I would say, very selective about her people, like who she trusts, who she gets along with, who she lets ride her and touch her and things like that. And I feel like so grateful that I am one of her people. I don't know if you saw the reel I put out the other day, but in the 8 years that I've known Penelope, I've probably seen her lay down like, I don't know, less than 10 times. And I went up to her the other day when she was laying down, and we just sat there on the ground while she just let me pet her and kiss her and love her for like 10 minutes, which I have never been like, that was far and away the best moment I've ever had since I've owned her, which was just so special. But I really do feel like she is loyal to me, which is cool. I want to move. Oh, yeah. I think change is just hard in general. Like whether it's, that doesn't mean it's not a good thing, but like change can be so good and so bad. Maybe not really bad, just like difficult is maybe a better way to put it. I really thought I was going to live here for a while and was so just set on not needing change. And just a few things have happened in the last few weeks where I have really decided that I need a very complete fresh start, which I am so excited about, but that doesn't mean that it's easy per se. Especially moving. I think it really makes the whole process of change feel so much more tangible when you are like not just emotionally changing, but like your physical space is changing. And sorry. I am somebody I'm like legitimately packing. I'm somebody who gets really protective of my personal space, I feel like. I've lived in this apartment for 2 years, and I've probably had a total of 10 people in my apartment in those 2 years. I really have to trust you. I really have to feel connected to you to physically invite you into my space. And I feel like that is just so indicative of how moving is too. Like, it's hard to find a space that feels as much like home. Like a home doesn't feel like a home immediately. It takes some time to get there, and I think that's one of the hardest parts about moving is like voluntarily giving up the space that felt so much like home and being willing to have to put yourself through the process of emotionally being vulnerable enough to find another space and to develop a new space that does feel like home. So, but all in all, I'm very excited to move. I think that's an understatement right now. Oh my gosh. I feel like I do too much sometimes. I've got these, like, I feel like I get so many things that I just get attached to. Like, these are boot covers that I've had, or boot trees that I've had for years. And this was one of the first, like, sponsorships I ever got on this channel was EC Equestrian made me these, like, custom boot trees, which, like, so sweet. I feel like I can't throw these away. And my current boot trees actually just broke like 2 days ago, so these will end up in a box to some capacity. So this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is just sitting on my counter. A hoof pick. Oh, I'm overwhelming myself. Okay, what to do next? I feel like I should just put the next load of shit in another big box. Let's see. Oh, I deal with non-communicative people who take my stuff here and there. Interesting. I think communication is like one of the most underrated personal skills and underrated challenges as a young adult. Like, whether it's communication with friends, family, like other people, just communication is, I feel like, built on trust, and trust is built on communication. So it's almost like a catch-22, like the chicken before the egg, where it's hard to communicate with somebody if you don't trust them, but it's hard to trust somebody if you haven't communicated with them, if that makes sense. I feel like that's been one of my biggest struggles with. I feel like that's been one of my biggest struggles with friendship. Yeah, it's built on respect, absolutely. Like, that's been one of the biggest things for me with making friends as a college student and a horse girl. Like, being able to adapt and communicate with people of like different communities is so hard. Not all my friends understand the horse thing. A lot of my school friends don't understand, other parts of my life, or my horse friends don't understand the school thing. And I've tried to do what I can to make like the CU eventing team, to try to build a community of like other college students and equestrians, but that has been such a slow and almost grueling process. It's been kind of discouraging, not gonna lie, just to feel like I'm trying to put myself out there and do what I can to create an equestrian team of college kids that enjoy what I enjoy and want to be involved with the same things that I want to be involved in. But not gonna lie, a lot of kids go to college to party, and especially go to CU to party and goof off, or the horses kind of fall to the wayside. And it's hard to develop a community, especially people that you trust, without like you're talking about respect And you got this. It's hard, but you seem strong. Oh, you're so sweet. I'm very much a quality over quantity person. I have like two good friends, two or three best friends. Ooh, sorry. Sorry. I'm getting texts from the family that I'm nanny for. Yeah, quality over quantity, absolutely. Like I have two or three really, really good friends that I'm so grateful to have in my life. But even still with that, as soon as there's like one hiccup with them, it's so much easier to take that personally and to heart. And teenagers, ooh, I'm playing Star Stable. Ooh, that's so fun. I have never played Star Stable before. They reached out to me like probably 2 or 3 years ago about doing a sponsored video, and I was like, "I'm so sorry, I cannot take a sponsorship for a game that I've never played before." But I really should play Star Stable because I feel like I've heard great things about it, so, um, cool. Oh, yeah. If you have any other, like, horse games you think I should play, please let me know. Um That okay, when I'm done moving, I will absolutely do a Star Stable, like, live stream or something, that'd be kinda fun. Um, already I'm gonna put those boxes in this box. So, um, what other horse games do you like or, like, online games? Did you ever play Heyday? Heyday was, like, the shit way back when, the little farming game. Um, I feel like such, like, a ooh, you'll find a Black Welsh. I totally should. Find a little Penelope in Star Stable. um, okay, I want your honest opinion if anybody is watching or wants to comment. I am now working with a company that I'm making custom like riding and cross country shirts in. And we're sort of debating and trying to figure out if it's something that we'd want to release to the public for sale, which would be so cool. Would you be interested? I don't want to say merch because like it wouldn't necessarily be all, you know, my logo, my branding, but like would you be interested in more riding shirts? And if so, what would you want them to look like, be like, feel like, etc.? I don't know if I have any handy. I know I have some in my car, but it's from Finstar, which I've got a handful of shirts and I've posted some reels and stuff like that about them. And I've got a video coming out, two videos coming out with them soon. But we're debating if we want to take the custom designs that I'm making and make them available for sale. They're all mesh shirts. You'll see them in the video, but food for thought. I'm just curious, like, what would you be looking for when it comes to riding shirts? Because I feel like so much of the current market is all of the same shit, to be honest. A lot of it's great, but it's all the same, cool blast type shirt with you've got like the mesh that goes underneath the arm. And somebody's got to do something new. Or VR Equestrian makes, or Victoria Rose Equestrian, VR Equestrian makes great shirts, but they're a little too thick for my liking. I've got a handful. They're great, but they're also not something that I necessarily want to go cross country in. So, yeah. Point is, I'm just curious. Ooh, I like when clothes are practical. Yes, I like these are. I feel like when I think mesh, I think of like middle school jerseys, which gross. Like middle school sports jerseys from gym class or something. Like this is nice mesh. I'll show you in a video. If I wasn't in the middle of packing and have everything in boxes, I would totally show you right now. But yeah, I'm very excited and I'm really excited to hear your thoughts. So I've got a haul coming out with them, and then I've also got another video going through the whole design process of me designing, getting iterations back, and I literally just ordered the shirts like 4 days ago. And I think they take, like it's like a 3 or 4 week turnaround time. So then as soon as I get them back, I'll finish up that video and take you all through the whole process of designing, samples, all that, which I'm so stoked about. So, man, being an adult is so much fun. This is a drain cleaning kit that I've got in my closet. So much fun. Someday I would like absolutely love to start an equestrian apparel company, but I wouldn't necessarily want it to be associated with my YouTube and social media because I feel like so many riders do that and it just feels like merch when like that's not necessarily my intent. Um, like I love Esme. I don't think I necessarily would wear like one of her sweatshirts with her logo on it. Um, but I do think there's so much room for improvement within the equine space as far as like clothing and accessories and whatnot go too. Yeah, adulting is not fun. Like making doctor's appointments, having to go buy a drain cleaner from Target. I'm like, my goodness, I feel old. I feel really old when I do stuff like that. Yeah. What are your favorite types of like equestrian videos and whatnot to watch? I love Esme, a lot of her stuff, and then some of her stuff I feel like is really targeted at a younger audience. And I feel like that's where I sort of struggle is so much of my audience started following me when I was making like the riding dares videos and stuff like that. And that's just like not necessarily who I am right now as a almost 23-year-old grad student. Um, I'm like I said, I'm just curious to see what types of like content y'all are interested in watching these days because the equine space has evolved so much, and I feel like right now, if you want to grow and be big and like blow up on the equine YouTube, you need to make content that's entertaining and clickable. But to me, that's like the stuff targeted at like 14, 13 year olds. And like I said, that's just like not necessarily me. Like Harlow and Popcorn, like their stuff is so cute and so adorable. I don't necessarily gravitate towards watching it, but it does really well because the quality is great, they're entertaining, and it's definitely more geared toward a younger audience. So I'm sort of trying to battle or like deal with that right now. I like your videos and themes. I appreciate that. I feel like I do a lot of the same stuff though, which is so frustrating. And I feel like I just have so much. I don't even know if writer's block is the right word, but it's like, oh, I'll make another show vlog. Oh, I'll pack for the show for the second time every single year and like film that. And then before I know it, over the last 18 years, I feel like I have 15 videos of me packing for a horse show. So I just, oh, I don't know. I love this. I just want to make sure that I'm putting out content that y'all are just as excited to watch as I'm excited to make. Yeah. Cool. Alrighty. What else is going on? What types of horses do you like to ride? I feel like I'm very biased and I don't have much I don't know if like versatility is the right word, but like I like small horses that are kind of hot and feisty. Like Penelope or other small little mares. Yeah. Either way. I think it's a reflection of what you want to watch. I totally agree. Like I feel like everybody says like and I like I said I totally agree that what you want to make should be a reflection of what you want to watch, because if you don't actually enjoy what you're watching, you're not gonna enjoy making it, and you're not gonna enjoy, um, editing it and, like, that sort of thing. But that's so much easier said than done when I feel like it's easy to get discouraged when, quite frankly, my channel hasn't grown in years, and that's okay. Or, I don't know, like, I don't get thousands of views on, quite honestly, any of my videos, and that's alright. It's just kinda how the world works. But it's so easy to get, like, hung up in the numbers and, like, am I not making content that people wanna watch, and that's why I'm not growing, and that's why, like, I don't have the audience and, like, the community that I once did. Um, but what's the phrase that says, like, "If you build it, they will come," and I feel like that's just, like, my motto for the year. Like, all I can do at this point is put out the best version of myself and the best quality content, and if I just keep doing what I'm doing with my chin held high, like, the people will come, and the support and the love and the community will come again. But, I miss the days when I used to post a video and I would have the same, like, 10 people all comment within the first few hours, or I'd get, like, DMs from people that have been saying they've been watching me for however long, and since, they've known Charlie and Timberline and all my old horses, and it's kinda bums me out to feel like I don't have the community that I did, like, years ago, but it'll come with time, like I said, so either way. Well, Pony P, thanks for watching and hanging out with me. I'm gonna get going because I have to go pick kids up from the movie theater that I'm nannying. Um, I should totally do a Star Stable live stream. That'd be a lot of fun. Um, but either way, I hope you have an awesome day, and I will see you next time. Peace out. Bye.